The Maharashtra battle continues. Now, the ongoing drive against fake GST registrations by the Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs has created issues for e-commerce companies in the country. Online businesses have been branded as fake entities in many cases because they operate out of virtual offices. Shivani Bazar's reports on the e-commerce players' predicament and the department's response. Take a look.
As the pan-India drive against fake GST registrations intensifies, e-commerce platforms have been at the receiving end because of this crackdown. E-commerce companies doing business in various states across the country have been coming under the fake GST registration radar and in many cases are being branded as fake entities. This is because they maintain virtual offices in many places with minimal staff and no books of accounts. The industry has raised these issues with the government over the last 1 month as they continue to face multiple issues. Authorities investigating fake GST registrations rely heavily on the physical location of the company, visiting the offices to assess the account books. In the case of e-commerce players, many registered offices are virtual with minimum or no staff present.
Multi-state registration, at least for the service industry, is very difficult because no service e-commerce operator would have physical presence all over the country, whereas many provisions where you have to take registration only to pay taxes on behalf of other suppliers. So that creates a lot of problem, and we have to live with virtual offices there. And this drive obviously has caused a lot of problem to us because in many cases field formations has mistaken a virtual office vis-a-vis a fake registration. So there they have raised their objection and they've blocked the registrations also.
The Central Board of Indirect Taxes has maintained that the line of distinction between a fake registration and an e-commerce virtual office can be very thin. Officials say companies with virtual offices must satisfy the queries of GST officials. Speaking at an event recently, Shashank Priya, member GST, said that since there is a requirement to have records kept at the place of registration, there should be an electronic means of fetching the records and showing it to GST officers to satisfy that these e-commerce businesses are legitimate registrants. Big and small e-commerce retailers operating out of co-working spaces or shared warehouses have been raising issues about the ongoing GST drive.
The basic issue with us as micro and small enterprises is that we have to have GST registrations across states in these various states that we operate. When I'm allocated a warehouse, most officers that are coming to visit the premises are wanting to see demarcated areas in warehouses. We have received more than 2,000 SOS calls. I have certain cases who have even given up, shut down these offices in various states because some pretext or the other, they are being pulled away and said, you need to have the following things, otherwise we are going to cancel, which essentially means, if people at the bottom rung of the ladder who do not have the wherewithal to employ costly lawyers and GST auditors and all that are going to face this sort of an issue, it is going to create a problem only at the bottom end.
According to the CBIC, the government's recent 2-month drive against fake GST identified around 45,000 entities and has detected evasion of around 13,900 crore. The CBIC has blocked input tax credit of rupees 1,430 crore till now. However, the issues faced by the e-commerce companies still persist. The industry has been making representations to the CBIC about the issues caused to the online players, but there is no resolution as yet. In New Delhi, this is Shivani Bazar for CNBC-TV18.